Good evening and welcome. You're watching the 7 o'clock news on CNC3. I'm Ria Rambali.
I'm Ryan Baichu.
I'm Jovan Ravello with sport.
And I'm Jean-Marc Rampersad with your weather.
Let's tell you what's making the news tonight. Amid fears over U.S. invasion, the Prime Minister says there's no formal deal with the U.S. on anti-drug coalition.
Security experts caution against government's gated community plan, saying criminals can breach them.
As TT Post works with government to resolve U.S. shipping tariffs, Business Chamber warns small businesses could collapse.
In sport, Dwight York's 35-member provisional squad includes a couple new faces as senior men footballers prepare for World Cup qualifying final round.
Reports of wind damage from early morning thunderstorms. I'll have the details in tonight's weather report.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar is stressing that her government has not granted the United States military access to Trinidad and Tobago.
She is also dismissing claims from Venezuela and Cuba that Washington's so-called war on drugs in the region is really a front to remove Nicolas Maduro.
After a brief bilateral meeting with Grenada's Prime Minister earlier today, Persad-Bissessar told reporters she has no evidence to suggest that the U.S. declared clampdown on narco-terrorists is a facade.
Venezuela and Cuba have been resolute. They strongly believe the U.S. is lying when it says its presence in the region is solely for their war on drugs. They believe it's a false narrative and the real intention is to get rid of Nicolas Maduro and put their own person to run the Latin American country. But Kamala Persad-Bissessar, who has already unflinchingly pledged her support for the Americans, is standing her ground and dismissing those accusations.
I do not agree with that. Again, there are those who are for and those who are against. There will always be those who will say yea and nay. There's one narrative coming from one side, the other narrative is coming. I have no evidence, again, I say, that the things that they are alleging, that is in fact happening.
Recently, Venezuela's ruling party would have called Persad-Bissessar's support of the U.S. and warning to Venezuela regarding their tension with Guyana as shameless, and added that they're sure the people of this country do not support her stance. But the PM says she's unbothered by their assertions.
I have no quarrel with Venezuela. We maintain good relationships, and if the minister has said those things, I'm not provoked. I'm not worried.
But the Prime Minister is seeking to underscore that her offer of this country as a base for the U.S. is only contingent on if Venezuela makes a move on Guyana over the disputed Essequibo region. She said, as it stands now, no permission has been given to grant the U.S. such access. We have had no agreement for any military attack. If there are any such plans, we are not part of any of those discussions. And what you asked me again, if they'll be using any of our bases, not to my knowledge. Now, earlier this week, the U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. is building an international coalition against drugs. CNC3 News asked if this country has entered into any formal arrangement with them.
We have given support for the intervention as far as we are aware, for these ships and military and whoever to be here, but there's no alliance saying that I'm going to give Tetron Barracks, I'm going to give Stobbles Bay. No facilities in Trinidad and Tobago has been pledged to anyone else.
Now, this interview happened following the PM's meeting with Grenada Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell to discuss energy-related matters. Now, some CARICOM members have been silent so far on the issue of the U.S. presence in the region, and CNC3 News tried to get a response from PM Mitchell.
Catching a flag, no comments. Thank you.
Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
Well, Prime Minister Persad-Bissessar and Grenadian Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell discussed restarting cooperation in the energy sector.
Both governments recall the 2012 Energy Cooperation Agreement and agreed to resume discussions through a steering committee in the next 3 weeks. TNT will provide Grenada with seismic and well data and technical experts to support petroleum development and help promote investment in unlicensed areas. The talks also touched on medical collaboration to help address doctor shortages in Grenada. Both prime ministers emphasized the long-standing friendship and commitment to deepen bilateral relations, with energy as a primary focus. When asked about energy deals with Venezuela, Mrs. Persad-Bissessar said that is not a focus at this time.
When we know more on that with respect to Venezuela, we'll let you know. At the moment, we're engaging with Grenada. I had said it very early o'clock, if you remember, on my first day, when I was sworn in that we would engage Grenada, and that is starting to happen.
Both PM Persad-Bissessar and Prime Minister Mitchell described today's talks as fruitful.
As government rolls out a bold new policy aimed at cutting crime by allowing more neighborhoods to become gated communities, security experts warn the measure can also give residents a false sense of security.
They're pointing out that criminals are adapting, in some cases moving right into these very same communities, and they're even using the security as cover, setting up inside the very neighborhoods meant to keep them out.
Radhika De Silva and Ivan Tulsi spoke with some residents to find out the pros and cons of living in a gated community.
Behind high walls and guarded entrances, gated communities present themselves as safe havens. But while some residents may feel protected by cameras and security patrols, criminologist Dr. Randy Sipasad says it's possible that criminals can infiltrate them.
Posting of security guards, there is a perimeter fence which is often monitored, and there is often higher levels of monitoring within our gated communities, both by camera systems and security services, all of which could really deter criminal offending. Of course, this wouldn't stop criminals from coming into a gated community.
But he says that there are benefits to having a gated community once it is rolled out properly.
Gated communities tend to be very close-knit, and I dare say it is the case that in many countries, including Trinidad and Tobago, that not everybody, unfortunately, would have access to a gated community because quite often, access comes at a higher price. There are monthly maintenance fees, which not everybody could afford.
Residents at Block 2 Palmies, who live in a barricaded zone, lauded the government's plan.
I think it's a brilliant idea. I feel very safe.
They say they've now become closer as a community. And the director at Special Elite Investigation Services Limited, Selvon Mitchell, says they're rolling out gated initiatives in lower-income HTC communities too.
You put in a gate doesn't really solve anything. A man can jump the gate, and what happens when he jump the gate? Where's the patrol? Where's the monitoring? Where's the AI in terms of all that you're doing and so forth? In the absence of that, just put in a gate, well, you really just spend some money, really and truly. But it must come with a whole framework and a checklist that goes along with building out the intended safe community that you want.
On Thursday, Minister of Local Government Khadija Amin outlined a draft policy for gated communities that includes the use of barricades, guard booths, CCTV, license plate recognition, digital passes, and community patrols managed with homeowners groups. The government says the gated communities will be linked to national security systems and will use technology to keep residents safe. Radhika De Silva, CNC3 News.
That story takes us to tonight's People Say question. Today we ask, do you support the government's move to allow communities to apply for gated status to boost security?
And this is what you had to tell us.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
It would make a difference as far as crime is concerned. It would decrease like home invasions and those kind of things.
I think it would aid in it because gated communities usually have security at the checkpoints, and it's a very, thorough system when guests have to enter to visit residents.
It can't solve the crime situation, but it certainly would help for certain areas that feel threatened kind of thing, because residents would have more control over who come and who leave their areas and so on.
I think it would help if the gated communities have security and stuff.
I think that really would not help crime. I think what will help crime is that increased patrolling, because I would consider that I live in a gated community and last year we would have break-ins in our neighborhood.
I think that will help to a point, but you need something a little more advanced than that to really curb the crime.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPL.
Still to come in the news, no date yet for the opening of the new Tobago airport as it remains under the responsibility of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
Citizens warned to be on the alert for fraudsters selling fake tint exemptions outside Caroni Licensing Office.
And coming up in sport, Prime Minister promises movement on grandparent legislation to aid World Cup effort.
At Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, we are committed to providing quality products for all major building projects. Let's build together with rebars and beams, BRC coils and mats, RHS and angles, roofing sheets and purlins, lumber, plywood and MDF. Bagwansing's, building homes, building communities, building TNT for over 60 years. Bagwansing's, Port of Spain and Chaguanas, building value every day.
TT Post has suspended parcel shipments to the United States, and tonight the managing director says it's not just a local issue. George Alexis says postal services around the world, including the UK, Germany, Japan and Canada, are all facing the very same challenges.
He's calling it part of a global adjustment affecting how countries move packages across borders. The change comes after the United States removed the duty-free de minimis exemption for goods under US $800. This policy now means all shipments, regardless of value, are subject to customs duties, forcing TT Post to halt merchandise parcels while letters and documents continue. Small exporters and cottage industries, local reliant on affordable access to U.S. markets, are fleeing the pressure. Alexis says TT Post is engaging with government agencies and international partners to find a way forward. Kiran Singh of the Greater San Fernando Area Chamber of Commerce says small businesses will feel the human and economic impact.
These cottage industries tend to depend heavily on the diaspora that is heavily populated in the USA in particular, and we rely upon them to expand the export trade from our country. Some businesses, unfortunately, will face the harsh reality of not being able to survive if this matter is not dealt with expeditiously.
Singh warns that without swift resolution, some small businesses may not survive.
Tobago's new airport terminal is still under the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure and has not yet been handed over. Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation Eli Zakur confirms the facility has not yet been added to his portfolio, but says the transfer to his ministry is expected soon. Earlier this month, Works Minister Jolene John said the terminal could have been transferred by mid-August following walkthroughs with the Airports Authority. Once the handover takes place, Airports Authority will decide when the terminal will open to passengers. The terminal was commissioned in March, but remains closed as final paving works and certification requirements are outstanding. Transport Commissioner Clive Clark is warning citizens to be on guard against fraudsters posing as licensing agents. Clark says touts have been targeting people outside facilities and even on social media, selling fake tint exemptions, forged documents, and charging for free forms. He stresses that all tint exemptions come from his office directly and are logged electronically for police verification. Clark urges the public to report any suspicious activity to him and to only use authorized channels for transactions. He also acknowledges concerns about long lines at the Carney licensing office, but explains changes were made to ease traffic and improve efficiency. Clark said these measures will soon provide greater convenience for drivers.
Close to 2 years after its initial listing on the Jamaican Stock Exchange, A.S. Bryden Sons Holdings Limited has now been officially listed on the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange.
Meanwhile, global trade tensions and the recent implementation of tariffs will take center stage at the second Wider Caribbean Regional Risk Conference next week.
Andrea Perez-Sobers tells us more in tonight's Business Watch.
Business Watch, sponsored by Bliss Safety Store.
A major Trinidadian distributor which has expanded in the last 5 years regionally has made its debut on the local stock market. 19 months after going public in Jamaica, A.S. Bryden & Sons Holdings Limited is now officially listed on the Trinidad and Tobago Stock Exchange. The listing ceremony took place on Friday. Michael Conyers, Executive Vice President of A.S. Bryden & Son, says this move follows the company's acquisition in 2022 by Jamaican conglomerate Separate Limited.
This listing fulfills a commitment we made when we acquired the business back in 2022 to list on A.S. Bryden's home exchange. We are very proud that most of our employees are already shareholders and owners in our business. This alignment sets our company apart, creates a deep culture of ownership, and ensures that the value we create is broadly shared.
TTSC CEO Eva Mitchell explains that the company was listed by introduction, meaning no new shares were issued and no capital raised at this stage.
The company's listing today comprises approximately 1.5 billion ordinary shares on the first-tier market, with 30 million Class A preference shares listed on our US dollar equity market. What makes today even more meaningful is that AS Bryden is listing by introduction.
Bryden executive notes there was currently more demand to buy the stocks than to sell. Earlier this year, Separate increased its stake in the company to 80%. Looking at tariffs, rising global trade tensions and the recent implementation of tariffs are expected to take center stage at the second wider Caribbean Regional Risk Conference set for September 3rd to 4th in Wyndham, Grand Barbados. In a statement, it was confirmed that the event will be co-hosted by the Caribbean Development Bank, the region's parametric insurance facility, and CAF, the Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean. The two-day event will bring together over 40 high-level experts from across the Caribbean, Central America, and international organizations. And now for a look at today's energy and foreign exchange prices. Andrea Perez Sobas, CNC3 Business Watch.
Business Watch, sponsored by Bliss Safety Store.
Former Minister in the Ministry of Finance Brian Manning is defending the People's National Movement against government's claims that the party mismanaged the country's finances.
On Tuesday, former Finance Minister Colm Imbrit claimed that the UNC's government is broke and has been redirecting loans to pay public servants. But the Prime Minister and incumbent Finance Minister insist they have things under control. Manning tells CNC3 News the PNM cannot be held accountable for any alleged financial deficiencies now surfacing under the UNC. Our Finance Minister Dave Tanku has indicated that the upcoming budget presentation will show that the country has stepped in the right direction.
Let's tell you what's still to come in the news tonight. Monkey madness on Maraval Road today as escapee gets itself into a confrontation or two while on the run.
We had some intense early morning thunderstorms over Trinidad which produced strong gusts resulting in damage in southeastern areas. That activity dissipated by sunrise, leaving behind cloudy conditions over both islands. We also had a few showers for the remainder of the day and an isolated thunderstorm in the southwest. I'll let you know what we can expect this weekend coming up just after the break.
At Ariat, we design boots with a lot more than your feet in mind. Light in weight, but heavy in features that are easy on your back and reduce the wear and tear on your entire body, so you can devote more craft and care to your entire job. Full body support Ariat work boots. Boots done right for work done better. Learn more at ariatwork.com or at a workwear store near you.
Southern Food Basket Independence Flash Sale is on. Shandy, Malta, Ginseng, 6-pack, $31.95. No Name Bathroom Tissue, 24s, 2 for $84.95. Snuggle Bathroom Tissue, 12-pack, 2 for $33.95. Creamery, 1-gallon ice cream, 2 for $79.95. Smalta, 1 case for $94.50. Swiss Barbecue Spouch, 500 ml, 2 for $17.95. Happy Pasticas, 300 grams, 5 for $19.95. Speed savings and super deals, super fast. Available Thursday, 28th August to Sunday, 31st August, 2025.
Whether you're an athlete, a business professional, or simply someone who values their health, Omega XL can empower you to keep doing what you love. Don't let joint discomfort hold you back.
Live long, stay strong with the XL brand.
Muscle Russell.
Get the best in affordable eyewear. Frames with blue filter lenses and eye exam, $399. Single vision lenses with transitions on designer frames, $799. Progressive transitions with designer frames, $1,399. Happening only at Seaview Optical. Affordable eye care for everyone.
It's back to school savings time at Passat the Food King. Dasani water 355 ml, 5 cases, just $95. Swiss pasta cuts 300 grams, 4 packs for $20. Ibis all-purpose flour 2 kg, 2 packs now $30. Nature Light Idaho potatoes 5 pounds, just $19.99. Universal frosted flakes 300 grams, 2 packs only $24.99. Halal minced chicken 5 pounds, just $99. Nestle Recon full cream and low fat 1 liter, 2 packs for $24.99. Sweet Hand soya oil 1.5 liter, only $24.99. Matuks guava jam 454 grams, 2 jars now $25. Super Cow full cream powdered milk 650 grams, just $32.99. Matuks peanut butter 250 grams, 2 tubs now $25. Suave bathroom tissue 24 pack now just $34.99. Halal mince beef 4 pounds only $99. And Fruta Cool Kids 200 grams, 2 cases now $100. Sale ends September 8th or while stocks last.
Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
Food Basket Marketplace is celebrating our 34th anniversary for the month of August, and you're invited. Enjoy massive deals like minced beef 5 pounds to $99, cow heel 5 pounds to $79.95, Nestle cream milk 4 for $54.95, Crown 8 kilograms rice $69.99. Come and shop to win one of our 34 shopping sprees, big giveaways, and free hampers to be won. Shop, save, and celebrate only at Food Basket Marketplace, Oriba, Shagwana, Shafle, and Gulfview. Food Basket, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Hello, Trinidad and Tobago. Have you noticed the XL products at your local pharmacy? Endorsed by cricket star Andre Russell and many more, these supplements represent the pinnacle of natural health solutions, trusted for their efficacy and purity.
What did you get me into?
It's a huge amount of money, and you're the fall guy.
That's not happening.
Should I stay or should I go?
Caught stealing.
People come to me and they say they get discomfort when they have ice cream. Sensodyne gives you long-lasting protections against sensitivity. I recommend Sensodyne because it works. It's brilliant.
Welcome back. A monkey caused mayhem on Maraval Road this morning when the furry fugitive allegedly attacked a woman in her car in St. Clair.
The animal is now in captivity, but the Emperor Valley Zoo is denying that the animal escaped from its premises. They say all of their monkeys are accounted for. Here's the monkey, resembling a capuchin, that grabbed the nation's attention this morning when reports surfaced on social media that it had allegedly attacked a woman while sitting in her car along Maraval Road in St. Clair. While there's video of the animal scampering on the roadway just outside of Ritual's coffee shop, there's no confirmed report of an attack on a female motorist. Soon after, another video is posted to social media showing the animal perched on top of a pole inside a car park along Sweetbriar Road. Let's look at the moment the monkey was captured by zoo workers. Now, the animal was taken to the zoo, but officials say it didn't escape from Emperor Valley based on a collar found around its waist. The zoo believes the monkey has an owner. Officials are now inviting the owner to come forward and claim the monkey once they can provide the requisite permit for the animal issued by the Forestry Division and identify the collar. Quite strange indeed.
Very strange.
Jean-Marc, what's happening in the weather?
Well, just to clarify, I was not on Maraval Road this morning.
What a relief.
It was no monkey business in southeastern Trinidad, as there were intense thunderstorms early this morning and there was some damage. So let's take a look at that. They were caused by intense activity this morning, and there was one broken utility pole, several fallen trees, and a blown roof in Guayari. The local disaster management unit responded to the residential damage, and TNTech tended to the damaged utility pole. Now let's take a look at the satellite. That cluster of thunderstorms early this morning certainly packed quite a punch, but it was far ahead of the tropical wave axis, which is expected to pass tomorrow. Now behind that, we have some mild ITCZ, which is this small band of clouds extending here. Then we have the tropical wave number 29, which has a 30% chance of development over the next 7 days. So we'll be looking out for that one during the middle of next week. And if it does in fact develop into a cyclone, it will be named Gabrielle. But the wave that's just behind that one is showing some more promise than this one, so we'll be taking a closer look at that over the next few days. Now, looking at the region, partly cloudy conditions over most of the Lesser Antilles today. To our east, there are some showers lined up, just 1 or 2 thunderstorms in there as well, so we'll be looking at the possibility of 1 or 2 passing showers for the CPL later this evening. Hopefully they stay just north of Taruba for TKR's sake. Now for the forecast for tonight, partly cloudy conditions with scattered showers and the possibility of an isolated thunderstorm. Overnight lows of 25 in Trinidad and 26 over in Tobago. Now the relatively wet conditions from tonight are expected to continue into tomorrow morning. The heavier showers and isolated thunderstorms are expected to favor the morning and early afternoon. Now conditions are expected to settle a bit by the evening, but we'll still have a few lingering showers. Seas are still moderate with waves in open waters up to 2 meters and less than 1 meter in sheltered areas. Winds are expected to be out of the east at about 15 knots. Now looking ahead, relatively wet conditions tomorrow, but then some improvement on Sunday and Monday with just a few scattered showers. Another increase in the chance of rainfall on Tuesday, most likely associated with the ITCZ. Then some improvement again on Wednesday with just a few scattered showers. So a relatively wet start to the weekend, but then it gradually improves by Sunday and Monday.
It's a long weekend, so a lot of people will be outside. All right, thank you so much, Jean-Marc. We're still to come in the news. After a fierce battle, businessman, broadcaster, and activist Inchan Ishmael succumbs to cancer before seeing one of his dreams come true.
What should your parents use to fight inflammation?
Omega XL.
Tell me, boy, what do you think I should take, babe?
My mommy and daddy should use Omega XL to fight inflammation.
Food Basket. Food Basket, nation's #1 supermarket. Bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh produce and everything fantastic. For everyday low price, things real nice. Come in once, but to come back twice. Wholesale, retail, everything for you. A remush, you wanna shop, let go view. Food Basket, the nation's #1 supermarket. Bakery, restaurant, meat market, fresh producers, everything fantastic. Food Basket. Marketplace shook on us, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
At Cruise Inn Hotel and Yachting Center, we're all about time. In fact, once you check in, there's no time to lose. Reconnect with a little family time. Make a splash with some pool time. Spend some treasured quality time. Or just immerse yourself in some quiet time. Indulge your senses at dinner time We even have the perfect venue when it's your celebration time. So it's high time you visit Cruise In. Choose our day pass or call 607-4000 to make your dinner or hotel reservations or to find out more about our event spaces. Take a time out at Cruise In Hotel and Yachting Center.
It's back to school savings time at Pasar the Food King. Creamery ice cream 1 gallon, 2 for $90. Nestlé Top Ramen chicken 3 ounces, 5 packs, now $20. Fresh Harvest peas and carrots 425 grams, 3 for $20. Creamery yogurt 120 ml, 4 for $20. Bananas only $5.99 per pound. Cookmate oats 226 grams, 4 for $20. Gala apples snack 10 for $20. Nestlé green butterfly milk 250 ml, 3 for $20. Mellow chicken nuggets 340 grams, just $17.99. Kraft mac and cheese dinner 5.5 ounce, 2 for $20. Joe Sing's noodle broad and fine 200 grams, 5 for $20. Caribbean parboiled rice 400 grams, 6 for $20. Brunswick tuna flakes 142 grams, 3 for $20. Santa Rosa chicken Vienna sausage 141 grams, 4 for $20. Sale ends September 8th or while stocks last.
Quality value, that's our way. The real birds, that's where here to stay. The Food King Besides.
Big ambition starts with clear vision. This back-to-learning season, Rera Optical has eyewear packages for every learner. For kids 15 years and under, get a free frame with lenses starting at just $495. Scholars, it's time to level up your look with frame plus lenses from $750. Lifelong learners, purchase any frame $1,099 plus and unlock up to 30% off premium lenses like Eisen, Varilux, and Transitions in 8 bold colors. And don't miss your chance to win a $1,500 learning supply voucher or transition lenses when you purchase any eyewear package. Ferrera Optical, big ambition, clear vision. Visit us in store today. This promotion is NOCB approved.
Southern Food Basket Independence Flash Sale is on. Chicken wings 1 kg, $34.95. Chicken breast tenders 5 pounds for $149.95. EcoFrost straight cut fries 2.5 kg, 2 for $68.95. Grill Master 2 pounds, 2 for $99. Double duty garbage bags medium $17.95. Clorox 1 gallon $26.95. Easy Wrap Foil 25 feet 2 for $19.95. Speed savings and super deals super fast. Available Thursday 20th August to Sunday 31st August 2025.
New promotions. Arima Door Center number 4, Cleveland Road, Arima is having new arrivals and new prices. See new security steel doors, $1,900. A variety of door handles starting at $60. Bathroom vanity sets, $1,700. So hurry to Arima Door Center.
Southern Food Basket Independence Flash Sale is on. Shandy, Malta, Ginseng, 6-pack $31.95. No name bathroom tissue 24s, 2 for $84.95. Snuggle bathroom tissue 12-pack 2 for $33.95. Creamery 1 gallon ice cream 2 for $79.95. Malta 1 case for $94.50. Swiss barbecue spouch 500 ml 2 for $17.95. Happy pasta cuts 300 grams 5 for $19.95. Speed savings and super deals super fast. Available Thursday 20th August to Sunday 31st August 2025.
Businessman and media personality Inshan Ishmael died at approximately 10:30 this morning following an 18-month battle with cancer. He was 57 years old. Best known as a host of Breaking Barriers and the founder of the Islamic Broadcasting Network, Ishmael was a vocal advocate on social and political issues, unafraid to challenge authority and demand accountability. This earned him both admiration and criticism. At his funeral service held at Baraka Grounds, Chaguanas, family, friends and supporters gathered to pay their respects. His daughter Zaria Ishmael remembered him as a great man, despite those who may not have liked his criticisms.
God, he was most perfect God to me. He was there for me every time. Every time I needed something, he was there, he was strong. He never ever doubted his religion.
His body was taken for burial at the El Socorro Islamic Cemetery.
It's now time for sport. Jovan, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Ryan. Coming up in sport, St. Lucia Kings go top in the Caribbean Premier League. And it's a long sporting weekend. We've got all the details of the local sporting action when sport returns.
Plumbing problems? Don't guess. Call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646. Proud to be serving Trinidad and Tobago for over 20 years. We do it all. Maintenance and repairs, new construction, sewer lines, inspection, drain cleaning, leak detection. We are licensed and insured. So call Plumbing Solutions at 628-4646.
Southern Food Basket Independence Flash Sale is on. Chicken wings 1 kg, $34.95. Chicken breast tenders 5 pounds for $149.95. EcoFrost straight cut fries 2.5 kg, 2 for $68.95. Grill Master 2 pounds, 2 for $99. Double duty garbage bags medium $17.95. Clorox 1 gallon $26.95. Easy wrap foil 25 feet 2 for $19.95. Speed savings and super deals super fast. Available Thursday 20th August to Sunday 31st August 2025.
Do you suffer from pain in your back, knees, or joints and need effective pain relief? Get your life back with Omega XL, a natural, safe, anti-inflammatory supplement. This small soft gel has up to 22 times more omega-3 free fatty acids than fish oil and is backed by 30 years of clinical research.
I can just tell you from my experiences, there's nothing like this Omega XL.
Live the life you deserve and get the relief you need. Get Omega XL now at your local pharmacy.
Wait, you thought Christmas in July was over? Think again. Bright Ideas is slaying it till September. The deals you love are still here. Kitchen must-haves, home decor, and back-to-school steals. Plus the best prices on stationery. Get 12 copybooks for just $12.99. Copyright paper only $29.99. And 6 notebooks for $18.99. Plus so much more. Shop in-store or online at brightideashomestore.com. But hurry, these deals melt away September 9th.
Food Basket Marketplace is celebrating our 34th anniversary for the month of August, and you're invited. Massive deals like big deal peas and carrots, big deal kidney beans. Buy 3 tins, get 1 free. Port Royal oil, 900 ml. Buy 3, get 1 free. Buy 12 packs of toilet paper and get a pack of napkins free. Come and shop to win in one of our 34 shopping sprees. Big giveaways and free hampers to be won. Only at Food Basket Marketplace, Orima, Shagwanas, Shop Flair, and Goldfield. Food Basket, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right. Food Basket, the nation's #1 supermarket.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, and roti makers. Try our high-quality bromate-free, all-purpose, and whole wheat flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg, and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisho Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisho Limited, quality you can trust.
Southern Food Basket Independence Flash Sale is on. Shandy, Malta, ginseng, 6-pack $31.95. No name bathroom tissue 24s, 2 for $84.95. Snuggle bathroom tissue 12-pack, 2 for $33.95. Creamery 1 gallon ice cream 2 for $79.95. Smalta 1 case for $94.50. Swiss barbecue spouch 500 ml 2 for $17.95. Happy pasta cuts 300 grams 5 for $19.95. Speed savings and super deals super fast. Available Thursday 20th August to Sunday 31st August 2025.
Welcome back. It's time for sport. Soca Warriors head coach Dwight York has added to his list of foreign-born players called up for consideration to assist TNT in their World Cup qualifying mission. Today, York's 35-man provisional squad was released and contains 3 previously uncapped players, 2 of whom were born abroad to Trinbagonian parents.
Chasing a dream that now seems more attainable than ever before, TNT's senior men's football team enters the 3rd and final round of 2026 World Cup qualifying on Friday, September 5th, welcoming Curaçao to the Hazley Crawford Stadium. 4 days later, the Soca Warriors go to work at the office, the home of Jamaica's Reggae Boys in Kingston, Jamaica. As the gaffer continues to contemplate his most suitable warriors for the mission at hand, Dwight York has named 3 newcomers and several other players with only limited national team experience in his 35-man provisional squad. However, there is no room for TNT's most experienced active player, Jovan Jones, who only in June reached 102 TNT senior team caps. Instead, York has wooed 21-year-old former USA youth defender Kobe Henry, whose grandfather Ken Ken was once a strength and conditioning coach for the national team. Kobe now plays in the MLS with Real Salt Lake. Alongside Henry, Netherlands-based 22-year-old defender Darren Payne is also in line for a senior TNT debut, as well as former Presentation College San Fernando centre-back Jerin Jackie. Payne plays for Volendam in the Dutch Eredivisie, while Jackie plies his trade in Portugal's 3rd division. Among those with less than 5 previous national team appearances are UK-based forward Justin Obikwu and New York City FC goalkeeper Gregory Ranjitsingh. However, regulars Kevin Molino, Marvin Phillip, Levi Garcia, as well as budding stars such as Tyrese Spencer and Dante Seeley all form the base of York's provisional picks. Jassy Marique, CNC3 Sport.
And the Prime Minister today revealed that the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association has engaged the government concerning amendments to this country's laws to incorporate more of this country's diaspora into our national teams.
We met yesterday and we're working something out. Because the Parliament is in recess, we have not been able to make the changes to the law, but we are actively drafting to use the grandparent law to get our players. I'm told most of the countries do it. We are the only one. Some have been doing it since 1998.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have not done it. So it's something we look forward to get some of our grandsons to come forward. So we are pursuing that piece of law.
Certainly a welcome development. Now, in cricket, Tim Seifert scored 68 in leading the St. Lucia Kings to the summit of the Caribbean Premier League table last evening. Seifert and Johnson Childs set the foundation for the reigning champions to overhaul the 178-run target set earlier by the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots.
St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots batted first at the behest of the Kings, opening with a 47-run stand between Evan Lewis and Andre Fletcher. Lewis made 18 before he was caught off the bowling of Ruston Chase, while Fletcher carried on to 37 and hit 6 fours in his 23-ball knock. The Spiceman was the second Patriots wicket to fall, bowled by Tabriaz Shamsi, who ended with figures of 2 for 17. Mohammad Rizwan and Kyle Myers then added 81 runs to the Patriots' total together. Rizwan dominated the partnership with Myers playing sidekick. The Pakistani tore into Ocean Thomas on his way to an unbeaten 60 as the Patriots closed on 177 for 3 from their 20 overs. The Kings' reply started at breakneck speed, Johnson Charles in particular going berserk. He had 4 sixes and 5 fours for his 47 runs from 17 balls. He only ran 2 singles, but his ambition proved his undoing. Waka Salam killed the bowler in his 7th over. Kings 85 for 1. For the next 6 overs, it was more of the same, with Hakim Ogist and Seifert continuing the trend, until Ogist was out for 29 off Naseem Shah's bowling. Seifert was third out for a top score of 68 with 4 sixes. Shah finished with 2 for 35. But Ruston Chase and Tim David saw the Kings through to 180 for 3. Victory by 7 wickets, sending them top of the table. Patriots captain Jason Holder confessed the target wasn't big enough.
Yeah, obviously we were a little short today. I thought at a toss, we needed probably like 200, in excess of 200 runs. We know how this ground could be. It's a pretty high scoring ground. We knew that probably a bit of weather could come into play, maybe dew, which would have made it harder for the bowlers in the second half. But having said that, we were way short.
And Kings captain David Weiser was in praise of spinner Ruston Chase, who took 1 for 30 from his 4.
Yeah, I think it's all about we try and get the right matchups and the conditions, and the other game I would love to have got him in some overs, but it just didn't seem to work out. And today there were perfect matchups, perfect conditions for him, and every single time I've given him the ball throughout this competition, he's always delivered.
Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport.
In basketball, Strickenets beat Defence Force by 3 points to book their place opposite Maloney Pacers in the North Zone Basketball Commission's Big Four final series. Ian Wason takes up the action from the second half, with Defence Force leading 30 to 28.
Ivan Williams kept the Defence Force in blue just ahead of the Nets. Cheeky Augustin scored the layup off the glass to keep the game close. Augustin was also big on defense. Striker Nets and Augustin kept up the pressure. He scored 7 very important points. Former Defence Force guard Gerald Tooney had split loyalties as his son Amari suited up for the Nets. And our very own editor, Rachel King, was also taking in the action from the top row. They had the best seats for the Celestine show. This 3 put the Nets in control. And Zion Nicholas waged a late war for Defence Force, getting a piece of Siddiqui Guerra's shot. Kensley Sandy got the drop on this one as Defence Force were on the roll and surging back into it. Nicholas with a reverse layup as they threatened to retake the lead. But in the end, some defense from striker Nets prevented the game going into overtime as the Nets book a date with the Pacers in the final starting next week Saturday. Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport.
Now, over the weekend, several of us here at Guardian Media took the opportunity to enjoy some leisurely activity. The Guardian Sports and Cultural Club collaborated with the Prison Service Sports Club for a Sunday sporting extravaganza. Here are some highlights.
Last Sunday, the Prison Service Sports Club in Aruca offered a little bit of everything for everyone, as the Guardian Sports and Cultural Club members and their families came out to the Sunday Sports Extravaganza. A collaboration with the Prison Sports Club, the day's activities included a fun station for the children, card games, windball cricket, about which the less said the better, and lots more.
We really come together. Let's have a day of fun. You know, both companies really, and you know, the families have been invited.
And when things on the field didn't go as anticipated, we lifted our voices in karaoke. Interested in engaging the Guardian Sports and Cultural Club? Call the CNC3 hotline at 800-CNC3 or 800-2623 to do so. Jassy Marik, CNC3 Sport.
And now it's time for your weekend sport wrap. Night Riders in Tarouba is this Independence weekend's hottest ticket. On Saturday, it's a grudge match against Guyana Amazon Warriors at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy from 7 p.m. Then on Monday, TKR takes on the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, also at the Lara Academy, and again at 7 p.m. Earlier on Saturday, TNT's under-17s are chasing a third straight win in the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars 50 overs when they face the Leeward Islands at the National Cricket Centre in Couva. First ball is at 9:30 a.m. The QPCC Hockey Carnival Summer Sevens brings everyone from under-16s to over 45s together for a one-day tournament in 8 divisions at the Queen's Park Oval. Games flick off at 8 a.m. on Saturday. The first division of the Kelvin Roberts North Zone Basketball League also continues on Saturday with a doubleheader at the Woodbrook Youth Facility. At 6 p.m., Basic Basketball Academy and CKG Elite meet to decide 7th place in the division. Then at 8 p.m., it's Royalty versus Spartans for 5th place. And the Valsain Legends tournament comes to an exciting conclusion on Saturday evening with Santos Maracas and Era Masters playing for 3rd place at the Valsain South Recreational Ground. In the final, Valtrin meets the Devon Jostling-led Defence Force Pass players for the title. There's something for everyone with giveaways, entertainment and a jump-up. Action begins at 7:30 p.m. Now it's a return appearance for a champion of the championship. Abdul Fattah's spectacular start to the new season continued today with the first goal in Leicester's win over Birmingham City. Not a man move as the Fox in the box roofed the opener and tore the roof off the King Power. With that strike, the Ghanaian batters the net and barges his way into tonight's CNC3 Sport High.
Sports Club Family Day looked great. Did you go, Ryan?
I did not, unfortunately.
What about you?
I was there, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Total battering in the football, but it's all right.
Yeah, the karaoke didn't really make up for it either.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll get there. As World Cup qualifying resumes for this country's senior men next week, and as we continue to reminisce on significant sporting moments throughout this country's 63-year history, tonight remember that fateful night in Manama.
York with the corner. Hassan Ali, only half came for it, and it's scored. Dennis Lawrence has headed Trinidad and Tobago into the lead. It's the Wrexham defender who's changed the whole emphasis of the tie. Surely have to pull everybody back on deck here. We do have an extra man, but anything can happen from these set pieces. Trinidad and Tobago have the height. They're going to have to use it not once but twice. It's still not clear. Adnan was scrapping for it. Snapshot! Oh, what a save! Kelvin Jack may have just propelled Trinidad and Tobago to the World Cup finals. Another corner. Headed confidently away, and that's it. The celebrations are from the men from the Caribbean. Trinidad and Tobago have won by 1-0 in Bahrain. They're going to Germany next summer.
Feeling off balance? Your body might be missing AMPK. It's your natural reset, regulating how your body stores fat and processes sugar. Berberine Plus activates AMPK, helping your cells use energy better, reduce fat, and keep sugar levels in check. Berberine Plus, now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
Get it all at Southern Food Basket. Southern Food Basket. Quality food to fill you.
Hey, pretty lady. I see you looking for some hot sauce. Boy, move it. I have a man. See you. So you don't want no mother-in-law?
Attention, valued shoppers. We are thrilled to celebrate 34 amazing years with you, our loyal customers. A huge congratulations to all our winners.
Hey, don't make joke. I know when our shopping spree.
Yes, snacks we buying, mommy.
Look, boy, come on, eh? Well, look how I just win a Caribbean getaway now. Rock back. Girl, I know when our shopping spree. Well, come on, help me now. You don't have a man? Later. Nah.
It's Southern Food Basket's 34th anniversary extravaganza from July 1st to August 31st. Shop and enter for a chance to win incredible prizes, Caribbean getaways, staycations, shopping spree, and the ultimate grand prize of a brand new Suzuki Grand Vitara.
Whether you're an athlete, a business professional, or simply someone who values their health, Omega XL can empower you to keep doing what you love. Don't let joint discomfort hold you back.
Live long, stay strong with the XL brand.
Muscle Russell.
Welcome to Food Basket.
In some regional news, hypocrite, liar, and flip-flopper. Those were some of the insults hurled during the leadership debate between Jamaican Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and opposition leader Mark Golding.
The two men clashed on issues ranging from corruption and the economy to income tax breaks for Jamaicans. Holness denied undermining oversight bodies and rejected claims he has 28 bank accounts, citing the Integrity Commission's clearance. Golding defended his party's tax plan and financial record and addressed his past dual citizenship, saying he renounced it after public concern. Both leaders made their final pitch ahead of today's vote by election day workers, police and soldiers.
It was Tobago's time to shine on the CARIFESTA 15 stage as the Tobago Performing Arts Company took its turn in the spotlight with the original production When Time Meets Twine.
Brent Pinero and Crystal James attended the event in Barbados and filed this report.
Talent can be found around every corner, something especially true here in Barbados. It's where megastar and national hero Rihanna was born. She grew up in this very community until she began to shine bright like a diamond and moved abroad. But the good news is at CARIFESTA 15, there are a lot of diamonds, but one shined a little bit brighter on Wednesday. The Tobago Performing Company took to the stage for their original production, When Time Meets Twine, a production that asked the question, is the Tobago Heritage Festival dying? Well, how did it go? I can show you better than I can tell you.
And most recently, I see the pain. Now, some people might say a bold face, but recording alive so people who home could see the freaky thing, man. You see the heart there?
I spoke with Tourism Secretary Tashir Morris after the show. She told me she was very proud and happy to see Tobago's talent out there for the world to see.
Sat in the audience, goosebumps. Tobago continues to shine. And we continue to, as I keep saying, we are punching in a weight class way above. We can show the world our stories and what we have to offer. I'm being given the opportunity to bring the play to Carifesta during a time when anybody else has everything else to be able to experience and witness. And the kind of call we saw come out here tonight to see time meets twine is testament to the fact that we have some of the best talent on the island and there's an appetite for what Tobago has to offer.
And this is not the last time we'll see these performers. Tonight they'll take to the stage, the Grand Market stage that is, for TNT's Country Night, which from all accounts is shaping up to be one to remember. For now, Brent Panero, CNC3 News, Rihanna Drive, Barbados.
All right, thank you so much, Brand. Well, the cancellation of the Independence Day military parade raised the debate on whether it will have an impact on patriotism around the country.
As the nation's 63rd anniversary of independence nears, we take a look at the impact, if any, on patriotism through the lens of historian Dr. Jerome Tiloxing. While some feel the cancellation of the Independence Day parade will affect morale and patriotism, it's also affecting sales for downtown vendors. Ashaki Pierre is a seamstress working in Dragmore.
It's not as fast as before, you know, like last year and things. Not as fast, but people still buying, you know.
Annually, Kevin sells TNT merchandise on Independence Square.
Normally, this is what we do for every independence, right? But because we and half young independence, it says real job bad. Right? You respond and nice. Everybody contain and materials, the material is still work. So this only are right so, right? Because says nobody are buying nothing.
However, historian Dr. Jerome Tiloxing says citizens should not confuse patriotism and nationalism.
I don't believe that we should see the cancellation of the parade, this one event, as reflecting on our levels of patriotism. Patriotism could have different aspects, and I think we need to understand that. You know, we need to understand the meaning of patriotism. Does it mean 100% parade? If there's no parade, there's no patriotism.
He had this advice for those who religiously attend the parade annually.
They should find ways to transfer that patriotism, that love they have for the parade, transfer it to their community, transfer it to their neighborhood, transfer it to their home. Because a lot of times I see people, you know, not caring for their neighborhood or their community.
Beyond the military parade, he's challenging the nation to action their patriotism in their everyday lives.
Some good advice there. Well, it's time to recap our headlines. Amid fears over U.S. invasion, the Prime Minister says there's no formal deal with the U.S. on anti-drug coalition.
Security experts caution against government's gated community plan, saying criminals can breach them.
In sport, Dwight York names a 35-member provisional squad with a couple new faces ahead of World Cup qualifying final round.
And in the weather, overnight showers and isolated thunderstorms expected to continue into tomorrow.
As we leave you, let's remind you to stay connected with us on our social media platforms.
There you'll find tonight's stories, the latest updates and exclusive content. And don't forget to pick up a copy of the TNT Guardian newspaper.
We've come to the end of the 7 p.m. news on CNC3. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ria Ramble.
I'm Ryan Beachu.
I'm Jovan Ravello.
And I'm Jean-Marc Rampasad. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend.